We are live today with a very special guest. He's a beloved celebrity chef who's written dozens of cookbooks with a brand new one just out. You know him, you love him. Please welcome the one and only Jamie Oliver.
Sit down.
Yeah.
It's cold out there, guys.
Yeah, we got him for the hour. Y'all got to take a seat and get comfy.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh, Jamie, last time we chatted, we did so virtually.
Yeah.
You were home in the UK.
Yeah.
I was here in Toronto. So thank you so much for joining me in the studio today.
I was very impressed with your knife skills.
Oh my gosh, thank you, sir. I know.
Like, who is this woman?
Yeah.
She can use a knife.
Yeah, I've been riding high off that for basically the last year. It's been very exciting. We have so much to cover today. I'm so thrilled you're here, including your brand new book.
Yeah, my baby.
Absolutely beautiful, Simply Jamie. It's an absolute stunner. Now, before we get into this book, you and I actually switched places recently for the Christmas holiday.
Oh, yes.
Yes, so you came to Canada.
I did.
Yeah, I went to the UK.
Yeah. How did it turn out?
Honestly, fantastic. Beautiful weather. Everyone told me it'd be rainy, and it wasn't.
Yeah, no, we swapped it for the mountains and snow.
Yes.
Calgary, Banff, Lake Louise.
Oh, beautiful.
It was so good, and it was so magical.
Yeah.
And we always do the old school, traditional, but yeah, we loved it.
Yeah.
So we were very great, and we ate really well. We had great food.
Oh, see, this is good to know.
I got the T-shirt.
Yeah.
And now we want to come back in summer and see what it looks like with, flowers and everything. Well, water on the lake.
Water on the lake, not the Lake
Yeah.
Louise. Doesn't it look like? It looks fake. It's so stunning
It's
and
too
beautiful.
much. It's too much.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you had a good time. So
No,
you
we
went.
loved it.
You were in Canada. You flew back home for about a week, and now you're back.
Yeah, what was funny was like Jules was like, let's just drive from Toronto to Banff. I'm like, I had to get like, have you seen the globe? It's like, it's massive.
Yeah, you're big.
England's really small with a lot of people in it.
Yeah.
Like Canada's really big with not so many people in
Totally.
it. So, yeah, no, it's great. Good to be back, though.
I am absolutely thrilled you're here. Now, let's get into talking about this brand new, beautiful book, Simply Jamie. Huge congrats on this absolute stunner. Now, is this, correct me if I'm wrong, you're 28?
28, yeah. I mean,
28!
Yeah, and I tend to do one book a year, and it becomes my everything, and it's either a story of something from my heart that I want to follow, or I'm trying to solve a problem.
Yeah.
And this is very much in that era. I think, like, the data says that we've never cooked less than now.
Yeah.
And for any of the cooks in the room, you're like, really? Really? It's like, really?
Yeah.
And it's really weird because we're in a digitised moment, Uberisation of food. Like, we're seeing a lot of stuff on TikTok and social, but actual cooking, the basket data is saying we're not.
Really?
So I try to use 40 years of cooking, 25 years of presenting and publishing to really bottle it down to be as simple as possible. I really want to hold your hand.
Yeah.
And also, and I'm sure, again, like even for good cooks, it's always good to relearn stuff.
Oh, completely.
And go back over basics. So, yeah, this book is full of fundamentals, from dressings to loads of things with chicken breasts or salmon fillets, because that's what we're all buying.
100%.
When I'm writing recipes, I'm trying to write recipes for stuff that I know you've already got in the fridge.
Yeah, completely.
So I really study that stuff. I get really nerdy, really geeky. We're going to do no-cook pasta sauces.
I know, I'm very excited.
So one pan instead of two, so less washing up.
Yeah.
But also, as a theory, like, what do you mean no-cook? How does that work?
100%.
And so it's a really fascinating little area.
I love this. Now, we are getting into this. I love this book in general because, again, you want to remind people that cooking can be fun. It can be enjoyable, getting food on the table for your family. And I love the fact that you, with this recipe, or what we're going to get into, you're talking about no-cook. But before we get into that, I do want to talk a little bit about something that you've got coming out. You also released Jamie's Fast and Simple companion TV series to this book, streaming on ctv.ca now. It's absolutely amazing. But you also have another thing coming out this Monday. You have another show coming out, don't you?
Yeah, Money Saving Meals.
Money Saving Meals.
Yeah, well...
You're a busy man.
As you know, I'll tell you a funny story. So, look, I mean, my job is to serve the public, and that's a global public. And generically, like, most people are skint after Christmas because we've spent loads of money on food and booze and presents. And so I think it's a really nice opportunity. Obviously, in the UK, it's £1 wonders, but then we turned it into money-saving meals. But the idea of going into the supermarket and the markets, getting the cheapest veggies, the cheapest cuts of meat, and then cooking delicious food. It's a really nice thing to do.
Yeah, it's
and it was quite funny because I did a book a few years ago called One Pan Wonders.
Yes.
And then the press started reviewing it and going, "Oh, we thought you meant £1." Like we And I'm like, "Just a minute, I've spent a year writing this book. I wrote the book because you didn't like washing up. Now you want cheap stuff as well." It's like... So, funny enough, we turned the series around in 3 weeks because it was like, you know, the cost of living crisis seemed to happen out of nowhere. And, you know, so as per usual, everything happens out of nowhere. So, look, I think the thing about food is it can be anything you want it to be. You can go posh, but also, like, cucina povera in Italy, like, you know, is the most delicious food.
It really is.
Cooking with humble ingredients is what cooks are there to cook.
100%.
So, yeah.
Turn magic in the kitchen.
Yeah, whether it's parties or romance, food will always be there.
I love it. OK, now we are going to get into something absolutely delicious out of this book. We're going to talk about basically the first little chapter, which is those no-cook pasta sauces. You have 7 different sauces. Let's go over. We got a few over here as an example. So what do we got going on over here? OK,
so look, many, many years ago, I mean, I've been lucky enough to travel Italy, top to bottom, mountains to islands, and I started seeing different sauces, and they would call them, you know, crudo, you know, uncooked sauces. And, you know, starting from the islands of Sicily, just scrunching tomatoes and herbs and garlic and crushing nuts and stuff. And then you'd see these variations around the country. So basically what we have, we're going to do a sunshine pasta, which is basically taking peppers. We've got it over here, almonds. We're using a little cottage cheese, but you could use a curded cheese or ricotta, a little chilli and garlic. But there's many. We've got sun-dried tomatoes, chilli, take a herb, zip it up, and we're using the residual heat of the pan and the cooked pasta.
OK.
Right? So you don't need that second pan. You don't need to make more washing up. And actually, because they're no-cook, there's a kind of vibrancy and a sort of, like, beautiful sort of freshness to it.
There's a freshness. It doesn't taste like it's been sitting on the stove for an hour and a half.
Black olives. That beautiful umami. And then I'm thinking, like, actually, there's not many foods that are black, and that's quite a gift. So then we go balsamic vinegar and thyme and a little parmesan or ricotta, and then you make a black sauce, which is delicious and deep.
Dramatic.
And actually, if I come home late from work and I haven't got much time, these are the kind of things that I do because actually the sauce only takes a couple of minutes, but in the time it takes to cook the pasta,
you got the sauce
if
done.
it's fresh, it's 4 minutes, and if it's dry, this will be about, what, 11 minutes or something?
Something like that, yeah, for sure.
That's the vibe.
OK, so we're going to make one of these today. I'm very excited about a delicious jarred pepper pasta. So the first thing we're going to get to work on is these delicious noodles. We're doing a penne, right?
Yeah.
OK, perfect.
So I'm going to put the penne in, use any pasta you like, and even if you've got odds and ends pastas, I'm sure you've got little bags in your cupboard.
Why does that happen? Why do we do that, Jamie?
I tell you what it is, because you know what a portion is, and you go, but I'm hungry.
Yes! Every time.
So even if it, sometimes I call it a hodgepodge pasta when it's just odds and ends. Give it to the kids, it's lovely. We'll get the pasta in, let's say 10, 11 minutes.
Okay,
Over here, this is a little gift. You know, I think with modern day contemporary people, if you love food, if you're short on time, you know, things like jarred peppers, they've been roasted or grilled, they've been peeled, they're in a little tasty liquor. I try and write recipes that work with the kind of sizes of jars that are in your supermarket.
You're not asking for a jar and a half?
Honestly, before I get creative, I get nerdy about the split of meat, fish, veggie, vegan, cost, keep the ingredients minimal, and I want you to be able to buy it from your local supermarket. Otherwise, what is the point?
Totally. So this smells already so good.
Beautiful, and it's done all the hard work for you. We're going to go in with some almonds. You can mix it up for any nuts that you like. It could be, you know, lovely hazelnuts or pine nuts, but I love almonds. We've got some beautiful curded cheese here. You can put a bit in if you wish, but this, I used to hate this.
Same. I was going to say, I was like, Jamie, this is very trendy. People are very into cottage cheese now.
Well, the thing is, I'm always trying to compare it to something in Italy. So, like, in Italy, they have ricotta, they have millions of cheeses. But, like, actually, cottage cheese, it has that nice cream, it has a nice tang, and actually the little curds do start to ooze.
Oh, do they? Okay.
A little bit like mozzarella. So, because I know that's everywhere, and I'm going to use it, it's also, you know, it's pretty low in fat as well if you're trying to watch the calories.
High protein. I feel like that's the big thing now. For the protein boys.
100%. Chili for spice, bit of garlic.
Love this.
We'll put some olive oil into there and a little swig of vinegar.
Also, if anyone noticed, you haven't used a knife yet.
No. Just whiz it up.
Just whiz it up. Yeah, 100%.
So if you can whiz it up for me.
Perfect. Let's do this.
We're going to get that to, you can go chunky. you can go smooth, and that's it. Like, it's like 2 minutes.
All right.
And like, we're obviously talking, but when I'm at home, it's just like, and then I'm...
You're waiting on the pasta. Honestly, how often can you say that when you're making dinner? Jamie, this is absolutely delicious. We're truly the simplest thing we've ever made on this show, I think.
Look, colour-wise, optimistic, right? And we were just sort of joking about, like, look, it's cold at the moment.
Yeah.
So do you go with hearty and warming and kind of cuddly food, or do you want stuff that kind of gives you a hit of flavour and is optimistic?
Yeah.
I don't think there's any right or wrong, but definitely this is in the kind of optimistic camp.
I think this reminds you that the sun exists somewhere.
Somewhere.
Somewhere, it's shining, and we're feeling good.
Absolutely. So look, this pasta's been cooking. What I would do at this point is just taste the sauce always.
Do you mind if I go in?
Go in. We're all sharing here.
Okay, cool. Love it.
And I'm clear. I'm clear. I've got
Me too.
nothing.
Ooh, oh, the smoky.
Check the salt. Check the pepper. You know, use good extra virgin olive oil. Happy days. We're going to do it on a platter because I want to just show you how you can make this more than just a bowl of something for you. You could do it for like a family and be beautiful. I'm going to take this bowl. I'll steal just a little mug.
Got a mug?
One of the typical things, I can't say the Canadians, but the British do, is the classic is you put pasta in a colander, in the sink, it's bat-licked by the back garden, and the water's gone down the drain, and then the pasta's drying, and it becomes like a weapon of mass destruction.
It's very sticky. It's gloopy, yeah.
So I think the very intelligent thing about the Italians is with their pasta, it's not just about simplicity and good ingredients and flavour, it's about texture. So having that little bit of starchy water to go with and back into the pasta if you need it, with this lovely sauce. I mean, look at the colours.
Oh my gosh, did you
Mr.
see
Cameraman,
that pour? The vigorousness of that pour was majestic.
Mr. Cameraman, if you can get into this for me.
We're taking a look, we're taking a look.
Like, because I think this is what we want. We want beautiful, colourful. And the penne's nice because it absorbs all that lovely sauce.
And do you know what? Penne's fun to eat because you can put it on the ends of the tines of your fork. I don't know if anyone else does that. No, just me? OK, cool. Yeah.
If you want to put a little Parmesan, you can, which is very, very nice. Sometimes if you go to the supermarkets, you can get the yellow peppers.
Yes.
So you do a yellow one.
Oh, beautiful.
So you can have a little bit of fun with that.
Now, if you're choosing, I know you're a Parmesan man. I'm a Pecorino gal.
Good girl.
Oh, thank you very much. Could you sub that in?
Well, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I think, you know, it's nice to blend cheeses.
Look at this.
And hopefully you can see this does feel optimistic.
100%.
We're going to go back to this cottage cheese, which is not Italian.
No. Decidedly not.
Can I just say another thing about it? I feel that I can say this. The great thing about Italians is wherever they've gone in the world, and they've gone a fair few places, you know, they've always made do. When the Italians came to Wales to go in the mines in the UK, they started using cheddars. Not because it was traditional, but because it was good, and that's all they had.
It was
They're
available.
very, very resourceful.
Yeah,
and I think, look, the nice thing about this cottage cheese is it's fresh, it's high in protein, but it gets a nice ooze on it, which I like very much.
It looks almost like stracciatella. Like it almost has the same thing, like the inside of a burrata. Just tell people you
100%.
broke open a burrata and they won't know it's cottage cheese. You know? Yeah.
No, you're absolutely bang on point there. So look, there you go, guys.
Oh my
This is a pasta. I'm not. Some nice extra virgin olive oil, maybe a little pepper.
Oh, I love this.
Look, if you have a little look, Mr. Cameraman, just come to me, baby.
Yes.
This is what we're talking about. Lovely food that you can feed to people that you love.
Yeah.
I think, look, it's an easy win. I've hardly done anything. This did all the work.
Yes.
Right?
But do we tell people that, Jamie? Or do we let them think we worked hard?
This is all the part of the illusion of cooking, for sure. But what I would say is if you're one of those Canadians that don't cook as much as you'd like to, if you're having a fair few too many takeaways, I really want you to cook. I want you to save money. I want you to benefit from the nutrition that you get from home cooking. And the benefits of actually saving money. And I'm going to give a little portion here to a special person.
Oh, my goodness. Who is... Oh, boy.
In the audience.
Oh, boy. Who's it going to be?
Is a lovely... She's going to hate me for this, but there's a woman that did my first ever interview in Canada, and she's a journalist.
No way!
My job's not normally to get close to journalists.
Okay.
But she's one of the country's best writers, and I love her dearly, and she's right here.
Oh, my God!
Mangiare!
Jamie, oh, my
Yeah,
Okay,
she's a sweetheart.
I'm gonna take a bite, but
And then for me,
oh my gosh. And then that.
not quite as gracefully.
Yeah. Why does everything taste better on a giant spoon? I don't know. That is delish, Jamie. Ah. Oh my gosh.
Yummy.
That is a winner chicken dinner. Now, the best thing to go with a delicious dinner, maybe a little bit of dessert.
Yeah, this is what you want in Canada on a cold day, right? We're going to do a fro-yo.
Yeah. Listen, this is throwing me right back to high school days. I don't know about you, but when I was in high school, we go to the mall, you get a fro-yo.
Beautiful.
You'd pretend to shop. It was a delight.
It's a beautiful thing. Let me just sort of emotionally get you there, right? Most Canadians and Brits aren't getting enough fruit and veg a day, right? So we know we got to eat more of the good stuff. Frozen fruit is genius. It's picked at its best. It's really good value. You guys have some amazing fruit out here. And then you got kids that always want ice cream and these sort of... And adults.
I was going to say, yeah, kids.
So this is a treat, but it's healthy, right? So we're going to take a couple of bananas, if you can do one.
Perfect.
That would be great. The banana gives it like a nice sort of base, a creaminess. We're going to go in with some frozen fruit. You can take your chosen fruit like this.
Now, any sort of frozen fruit we feel
Any frozen fruit.
I love that.
I like using a little, you could go honey or maple syrup for sure, an elderflower cordial. It's a beautiful, it's like, it's not even like human. It's like fairies have come in and made it.
You know what?
It is so magical.
That is an accurate description of an elderflower.
Yogurt goes in,
Beautiful.
we wazz it up. If it's all nice and really frozen, it'll go into that scoopable mode straight away. This might have been out for a little bit, so what you can do is you just pop it back into the freezer. Whiz away, my darling.
Pop it up.
So you
Already.
can put this into the fridge, and
Quick as anything. Look
yeah,
at this.
but look at the colours.
Absolutely stunning.
So just in my head, right? It's very quick to do. Right? It's delicious, it's nutritious. From a colour perspective, look at the colours again, guys. It's optimistic. Kids love it. You can put it in a cone. Weirdly, cones are quite clean. When I say clean, they're not full of E numbers, this, that, and the other. So you can put this in a cone. Everyone thinks they're being naughty.
Yeah.
But they ain't being naughty because they're eating beautiful yogurt and beautiful fruit, and it is a really beautiful thing. So look, what you can do is two things. You can scoop it, or you can even almost...
Are we granita-ing it?
Or you can kind of granita
okay,
it.
kind of granita.
So you can kind of scruff it up.
Okay, oh, I like
and,
this.
And I know your husband's here, but I'm going to feed you.
Okay.
Sorry, dude. But just this once. You know, it's fresh, it's clean. Frozen fruit is always good value. It's going to be a tenth of the price of going somewhere for a takeaway or down the high street. So you can make, and you can get creative with different flavours, and you can put bits of chocolate chip in there if you want to.
You could swirl them together?
Yeah, it's just for a parent.
Can I feed you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, are we doing this? Sorry. There you go. Jamie, what an absolute delight. This is so good. Dinner, dessert. The only thing that would make this better, in my opinion.
Have a look, have a look.
Oh, look at that giant scoop. Okay, we're gonna eat this, I'm not gonna lie. I think we're gonna get brain freeze. We're dropping it all over. I'm having a great time.
Hey, Mary here. What did you think? Drop your comments below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more of the good stuff.